All right, what is up, guys? Nothing unusual today. We're gonna do some chest, and let me see. So let's start off with a. Can I can barely see? Yeah, that's good. That's like 105 ish. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, cause I did chest. I would say what was that? 3 days ago? Or no? Say Saturday, Friday, Thursday. No, my bad. That was probably 4 days ago or something like that. Either way, I feel like my chest has recovered, not so badly. That's why I want to hit it today. And my legs take a longer to recover, so I didn't want to do legs today. We'll probably do legs like in 2 days or something. But for now, yeah, let's get a good solid chest workout. Not bad. I was thinking between like a 12 rep range. That should be good. Ever since I did 2 days ago to like lower the reps, especially because I thought a week ago, you know what? I'm really just gonna be a lot more consistent than what I was until Thanksgiving with this whole bulk. Because, bro, like, there's a certain amount of time. I've been bulking now. It's almost been a year. Yeah, it's almost been a year. And I think, especially because this is the first time I'm bulking, it's like ups and downs in terms of the learning curves that I'm going through. Where, like, okay, this isn't it. I'm gonna have to do this. That isn't it. I'll have to do this. I'll keep on going on. But it is good to have like this short outburst of just consistency. So that has been my fault on that end. But I'll be consistent. Now that I have a set game plan to say, nah, fuck it, let's just be just strict on our diet until Thanksgiving and see how much I gain. We're not that far from our uh, weight. So, finish this. So this to what is that, 150? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do 3 of these. This will be the last set. And then we'll move to more of an incline. Even though this is sort of semi incline, but not entirely. You know, I'm wearing a lot of cover ups right now, so I don't even know if I should wipe this down. I have so many clothing on me. I don't even sweat touched it to be frank. It's like it's like when I wear the ghillie suit. Same thing. Let's put a 45 and a 10. That is like a 10 on extra compared to before of what I did. But that's what we want for these lower reps. Not that I'm like super urgent with the strength stuff. I care more about the quality of stimulation. But I don't know. Let's keep that full for today. All right. This thing's kind of getting loose, but not bad. Let's put a 25. I hope you guys hear me fine. Because when I'm editing this, I'm going to either be like, oh shit, this sounds fucking terrible. Or like, sounds pretty good. And this is actually a perfect place for the mic, too. Because it kind of looks like it's attached to the helmet. Too. I'm not entirely sure how many reps that was. It would have been 8 or 10. Probably. The only thing is, when I lay down, the headgear is kind of like tilting my head a little bit. So let me just take this off for now. Just for now. Let's put the shades. All right. Okay. Hot. One complaint though, I will say, from lifting like this, it's like the same issue with what I had with the ghillie suit. The fact of the matter is, like, I'm lifting. But psychologically in my head, even though it's not the case for the movement, but psychologically, I guess because there's too much cover here where it's harder for me to get it in from the zone. If that makes any sense. But yeah, that's what it is. Let me do one more. At least one more rep. All right. Let's move on to cables. A little bit of these. And we're not going to do the dumbbells today because the total amount of sets are less compared to what I usually do. But we'll still do flies and we'll even do machine flies. Look forward to that. But hey. All right. That I definitely felt good. Just can't even tell if I'm there. You go. Felt her point a little. Yeah, a bit. Let me do something. Because sometimes if I'm not breathing right, that happens a little bit. Though, you know what? I don't even think it's much of today's session. I think it's just because I did arms like
2 days ago, and I always do delts when I do arms. So maybe the delts haven't, yeah, they haven't fully recovered. So the fact that I'm just doing this pre-fatigues them faster. That was better. Yeah, let's move on to, let's do flies. Yeah. That was a lot better. Breathing is a big factor. That sounds very obvious. But, man, I like to wear a mask too. I don't know about it, but you just get in the zone. You don't think about like anything else. That's why I like to wear it. Same with, like, I first noticed that when I wear the ghillie suit, I'm like, shit, this actually feels really good because you're in the zone. You're completely covered up. You don't give a shit about anything besides what you're doing. The only problem though is like you're breathing, which is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, maybe I can cross pass a bit of the psychology aspect that I learned wearing a mask. I changed the weight. I'll see how it feels, but I think I'll do 4, but I'll see. Put this to a 90 pounds. No, this is fine. I keep thinking like this is loosening it up a little bit, but it's not. And I should really not care about that much. Least amount of distractions, the better, which is kind of ironic because I'm wearing this. But it's what I said, it's just psychology and also just another round of some Halloween stuff. You know what was funny? When I walked in the gym, because I had like the helmet on and everything. I like kind of scared the shit out of the person at the front desk. But I'm like, no, no, no. That was so funny. Yeah, my shoulders are, they're not fried, but because arm day was like 2 days ago, but I wanted to train chest, but they are semi-cooked right now. Even though, even arcing too. That's actually one of the reasons why I always warm up before I do chest. Like the rotator cuffs and all that. Because I know I go a lot from the range of motion. That's why this is set all the way back. I just like the feeling of it. But even so, from that 2 days of arms, that I kind of did it. Let's do one more set. Nope. Okie dokie. All right. Let's pose down. Let me just wipe this first. And shit, I gotta do calves. Yeah. I'll do calves, but I'll do after a pose. Yeah, I definitely have to do calves. All right, let's see how this looks like. So, an average pump. I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty good right now, but let's take this off. Be better. Yeah, I'm like, let's see. Yeah, I'm really bright from there, but maybe if, yeah, this is better. Most muscular. All right, so that wraps it for today, guys. Wearing all this stuff, I'd call it not such a bad session because I was covered up and I wasn't able to get that full connection. Obviously, I just did this more for shits and giggles, but it did interfere a bit, so I'm not gonna do that again. But maybe I will. Probably for leg day. Because leg day I don't have a problem. I always wear pump covers on leg days, and I do well. But yeah, it's just what it is. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm gonna try to be a lot more consistent in my diet till Thanksgiving, because I really want to get this bulk like to end. Like it's now 290 something days. We've been bulking for a long time. It's almost been 300 days, and I've stuck to a weight ranges for many months, and it just cannot, I can't get to 160. Like my goal right now is to get to 165 pounds. I naturally don't weigh a lot. You know, before I started weightlifting, I was weighing about 120 pounds, probably a little bit less. And before I started the bulk, I got to 130 pounds. Right now, I weigh around 150, 149 to 151. Sometimes it fluctuates between there. My goal is to get to 165 pounds. So that's what we'll do. But I have to be more consistent. Just give me a few minutes. Yeah, and I'll keep it. Right now, I'm at 4,700 calories. I know if I just get to that all the time, every single day, Jesus, I'm like completely bright. If I try to do that every single day, I'm pretty sure we'll start to see a few changes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna do my cardio right now. I'll do some calves, and I'll see you next time. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace.